Hello. Um, I was inspired by my MS sister Danielle to do a video about my MS story. MS is a very neurological disorder that affects thousands, millions of people worldwide, and unfortunately, I am one of those people. Now, with me, um, back in the summer of 2008, probably a few months prior to that, um, I had experienced a lot of numbness in my chest area. And at first, I thought because I had a newborn son at the time, so I thought it was me just holding him a lot that maybe had caused that numbness in my chest. So I thought nothing of it. I just let it, slide. But a couple months later, um, I think it was before my son's first birthday, I believe. Um, I had developed blurred vision in my right eye on multiple occasions. Again, I thought nothing of it. I just thought maybe, just, a little blurry eye. I could maybe sleep it off. But even with sleeping and waking up, it would still be blurry. So it got kind of concerning. But once again, I played or not played it off. I just let it slide, and it got to the point where my son developed a diaper rash, and first time parents, you're like, oh no, I don't. It's bad. What we're doing is not helping. So, and at that time, I had the blurred vision in my eye. So we knocked out two birds with one stone, and we both went to the ER. They took care of him, and obviously I was in a total different situation with my eye being blurry. So the ophthalmologist they came in, looked at my eye, and noticed that it was inflamed, I guess you could say, and they gave me some steroids to the point where I had to come back every 6, 8 hours or something like that to get a dose of it. So I had to go to the hospital to get the steroids done. So that's what happened. And eventually it all cleared up. But then it came back again, and the same thing happened as far as the blurred vision, um, double vision at that. So went to the hospital. They gave me the steroids, and then that's when they ordered MRIs to be done. And after the MRIs were done, they had noticed that I had plaque on my brain and spinal cord area. So that right there was consistent with multiple sclerosis. But at that time, they had diagnosed me with something called CIS, clinical isolated syndrome. I believe that's what it's called. And they couldn't fully diagnose me with MS because of something called time and spacing, as far as the timing of an incident and how long until another relapse would occur. But nevertheless, because of the MRIs and the me telling them about my numbness in my chest, that all of that right there was consistent with MS. So that's when they diagnosed me with MS, and that was in like I said, the summer of 2008. So that's pretty much it. And then they then they put me on some medicine. They put me on Rebif first. That was an injection. Eh, that didn't go too well. Um, then they put me on Avonex, and that didn't go too well either. And then something called Copaxone, and that didn't go too good either. And then it got to the point where my current doctor put me on Tysabri. That's a monthly infusion. That worked. That worked great for me. Although I had tested positive for something called the JCV virus and Tysabri, and that don't mix very well because Tysabri is a very fatal. It could be fatal to people that have the JCV virus. So I just did that for a year. Then I moved on to my current medication called Tecfidera. It's a pill. I'm better with pills. I mean, even though injections, that's nothing anymore, because I get blood drawn a lot, so it is what it is. But at the end of the day, it's like I'm thankful to my son in a sense, because that if it wasn't for that diaper rash, who knows if I would have went to the emergency room to get checked on. As far as me, because at the time I was in the army, 11 Bravo infantry. You know, infantry. Like what? We don't go to the hospital for nothing. But obviously my issue was serious and concerning. So um, if it wasn't for that diaper rash, who knows what would have happened. So I'm thankful for him and my wife and all that. So currently, I feel great. I'm doing great, and go to the gym a lot. Got to stay in shape. You can't sit around and be all depressed about it because MS is not a life sentence, not a life sentence, but a death sentence. I mean, so he's continuing living life. Because me, for instance, like I have MS, but I'm in the gym working out, and there's a lot of people that still work out, run marathons and whatnot. So it's an unpredictable um, disease. Things are gonna happen to you. You can't. The timing is like you don't know when it's gonna happen. It's gonna just pop up and happen like an earthquake in a sense. Um, so you just gotta live your life. You know, just don't let that stop you. And I'm also thankful because through all the MRIs that I've had, they discovered that I have a tumor in my brain. So you know that's another issue I got to deal with, but it's not really affecting me. But that's another thing to keep an eye on. So all in all, I'm blessed. Can't complain. I'm an MS fighter. I got the support of family, friends, my MS family. I love my MS family because we all relate to each other in one sense or the other. Because we all go through things, and we all can feel what each other feels. All have an MS, so I'm very thankful. But that is my MS story. I hope you guys, you know, feel free to leave a comment or something. I'm new to YouTube doing videos like this, but like I said, I was inspired by my friend MS sister Danielle to do a story about my MS. So that's that for now. Appreciate you guys for listening. Thank you, and God bless.